Good morning, everybody. It's 11 o'clock now and finally gonna have some breakfast. So I'm having 2 eggs, kind of half fried, half scrambled with in butter with salt and no salt for potassium, and then 3 pieces of extra thick cut bacon. Also, a note for last night, we ended up cooking a full pack of like regular sliced bacon, so it's a smaller pack, like 500 grams or 375 grams or something like that. And we just split that kind of later at night because we got a little hungry. So yes, that beef plus I ate another piece of beef that was about like that big or whatever, and then I ate more after that. I dropped another pound of bloat this morning, so that's fantastic, and I'm feeling good, and so far avoiding cravings. We will see what day 3 brings. Oh yeah, sweet. All right, so, and I tested it last night because I started to feel some of the symptoms of what I think is ketosis, so I checked it, and it was 0.2, and I was like, oh, well, boo. So to see 0.5 today is awesome. I'm pretty sure that counts as being officially in like nutritional ketosis, which is great. So for me, it only takes about two days of eating 0 carb to get into ketosis. So yeah, that is awesome. Awesome. Okay, so it's now 3:30. We did a lot of errands and walking around. I did have a cold brew with probably like 2 or 3 tablespoons of heavy cream in it, but a little bit less cream than last time. I'm going to slowly reduce the cream and then reduce the coffee as well. But when I'm working on web stuff, I feel like I really need the coffee to get in that right mode. Anyway, did some shopping, picked up more meat. I have so much meat. I have meat just pouring out of my refrigerator right now because I just keep, since that's the only thing I eat, I just keep buying more of it. So anyway, I know that coffee is an appetite suppressant, so I want to make sure I get a nice good amount of food into me. So I'm having this is another part of that roast that I cut up. So definitely really budget friendly to just get a roast and cut it into pieces. Just because it was literally an $11 roast. I think it was a sirloin tri-tip. So just, you know, because there's all kinds of different cuts of meat. Anyway, so it's like $11 for that roast. And I'm getting like 8, 9 little steaks out of it. Now for me, I'm eating 2 at a time, but these are big. Like these are almost they're over an inch thick before I cook them, and then they're like almost an inch thick when I actually cook them. So I get them to a nice rare, like I love rare meat, sometimes even blue, but try to not do blue if I've had it in my fridge for a couple of days. So anyway, so these are probably somewhere in between the two. I tried to cook it a little longer. Anyway, so that's going to be kind of like my lunch. Alright, so it's 8:20 and I'm going to have some wings. I'm definitely going to eat more wings than this. It's just that these ones are kind of already cooked. Some of the other ones aren't quite as crispy yet, so this time I didn't actually put any butter or any fats on the baking tray. I just did parchment paper, just because I'm going to try and lower my fats a teeny bit. So, and there's already plenty of fat from the actual chicken skin, so yeah. Anyway, that'll be it for tonight, other than eating more wings probably. So be sure to, well, I'll probably mix 2 videos together again. Good morning, everyone. It's 10 o'clock, and I'm just gonna have wings for breakfast. I got pretty hungry, and I just didn't feel like doing eggs and bacon for now, at least. Maybe I'll do that for my lunch or something. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna eat these guys. I'm pretty hungry, so I may eat more than this, but we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll just eat that. Anyway, my weight did not shift today. However, I woke up really early. I woke up at 6, so I weighed myself a lot, 3 or 4 hours earlier than a normal. So that could be why my weight hasn't shifted. But I mean, we know I'm in ketosis, so that's good. And just kind of see what happens. I made it through day 3, which, when the last few times I've been trying to go keto or go low carb or 0 carb or whatever, day 3 is usually that night where I start to get really intense sugar cravings that I can't get away from. This time that didn't happen, luckily, so we'll just see. Hopefully that kind of means that since I'm already in ketosis, that things kind of go smoothly. And yeah, gonna eat some wings. Hey everybody, it's time to test my ketones. And just a bit of a note, because I now have the new box of keto strips, or the ketone measuring strips, that typically you need to code for each batch of strips. You have a coding strip that comes with it that you need to code it in, and that helps calibrate the machine to those strips. However, it also sets in a 30-day expiration date on the reader. So that would mean in 30 days, this batch of 50 strips would become useless to me, which I do not like, because I want to be able to use them longer than that. I'm not going to be using more than one a day, right? If you were doing 2 or 3 a day to test your ketones, then that would be fine. I'm only doing like once a day. I might do a couple of times sometime soon, just to like test out different times of the day. But anyway, so I'm not going to code these strips for now. So it'll be interesting to see when I do code the strips. I'll make sure I do a test and then code it, and then immediately do another test afterwards to see if there's a difference in the readings. Curious to see. I know that these probably have a bit of like, just like, I know that they're probably not super accurate, but I mean, it's been going up collectively throughout this period, so we'll see what today is. Yesterday was 0.5, I think. Okay, so we're 0.7. So again, it's just slowly rising. So that's good for me. I'm in nutritional ketosis, and it's going up. Once it hits 1.5 millimeters, then it's in kind of like moderate nutritional ketosis, whereas what I'm in now is kind of like baby ketosis, you know? Like, you won't have as great of results. Of course, you don't need to test your ketones. I never did before. However, I think just like with me with weighing every day, I think testing the ketones will help keep me accountable, because I'll know I'm in ketosis right now. Even though I knew before, I actually have like a scientific backup that I'm in ketosis right now. So that might convince me to not cheat, because I can say to myself, you are literally burning fat right now, so please, like, don't ruin it. That's kind of what I am hoping is going to come out of this. But anyway, good to know that it's going up. Hey everybody, it is 5 o'clock. I didn't really get hungry throughout the day. I'm kind of dealing with some allergy issues, so I don't know. Wasn't super hungry, but started getting hungry now. So I've got a steak here. It's not huge, it's not too big, probably about 5 ounces, 6 ounces, I don't know. And some wings for the side, just to kind of have, just kind of eat them up, you know. Trying to make sure I'm eating a good amount of food. I may have some eggs later, because I'm kind of craving them now. But we'll see how I feel and whatever. But yeah, so this is my kind of like pre-dinner, or my first dinner.